To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
Well, hello and a very warm welcome. The December numbers for passenger vehicles and, of course, all the vehicles are out. And I'm joined by Mr. Vinkesh Gulati, President of FADA, who talks to us about how the December has been and how the month could probably reflect on the months to come, considering the Omicron variant is here on our heads right now, literally. And, of course, how the industry is matching it up to ensure that the seamless supply of vehicles go to the consumers. Thank you so much, Mr. Gulati, for joining us today. Sir, first of all, what is the impact of the Omicron variant you're seeing right now? Because considering the past 4 5 days has been really hectic with respect to the rising cases, what is the plan and how are you foreseeing the impact?
So thanks, Chetan, for having me in the show. So overall, it's too early to comment on that because it's just been a week where we have started seeing numbers crossing such high, and practically it's still not affected all states. So UP just came with an order. Uttar Pradesh yesterday, Haryana 2 days back. Delhi and Bombay was obviously the front runners and starting restrictions. So it's still to actually show the effect what will happen. But what we have seen in the last week or last 3 4 days is a reduction in walk-in inquiries. So physical inquiries are going down, but the overall inquiries are same. So people have now again resorted to telecalls and WhatsApp calls and video calls and on the digital things what we had started post the first lockdown in the April, May last year. So things are going back to those pattern, but overall a negative effect because of Omicron or any Delta variant is still not being seen on the ground, but it's too early to comment on that. I feel in another 10 15 days, we'll actually understand how will the things go. But because additionally, one more thing is it's just the year change. It just come out of New Year, so people are still are in holiday and normally they till 14th Jan is not a very auspicious date for buying vehicles. So the actual effect will be seen, I feel, post that time. But obviously, if this is a spike increase, it will be an issue of caution for us.
Right, sir. Sir, usually when you're talking about January 14th is a cutoff kind of a date that's not auspicious to buy vehicles. But I would like to know your opinion. What happened in December? The numbers say that minus 16%, like a 16% degrowth has happened in passenger vehicles, whereas December month is usually a very high sales number for the automobile industry. So what happened really here? Because considering we understand there's an impact of Omicron and of course the semiconductor shortage, but what really went wrong in December?
So Chetan, basically what has happened, December normally always saw a big growth, a big number because it's the cusp of the year change. And normally all dealers and all manufacturers want that the year model or the vehicle, like if it was 21 shifting to 22. So when 21 vehicle should be retailed in December 21, or else it goes through a bigger discount later in the months coming by. But this time, as you know, semiconductor shortage has really hurt the supply chain, and there is a lot of waiting today on most of the cars, most of the models available. So due to that, even the manufacturers, the dealers have put in a lot of schemes on that, and so the push to retail wasn't there. It was basically due to the supply chain issues, the stocks weren't in a good quantity where we could have pushed the retail. So overall, the market was still good. The demand was there. The customers were waiting, but we didn't have vehicle to retail. So that is why the degrowth what we are seeing in the car industry is more towards the production side than the demand side. So
Right.
overall, it's okay. But if I talk on the two-wheeler side, that's where the major challenge is because we are seeing a regular degrowth in two-wheeler for a very long time, and December was also similar. a degrowth of around 20% is huge for a two-wheeler industry. So it clearly indicates that the ground reality economy, or the basic economy in the rural India, or in the semi-urban cities, tier 3, tier 4 towns, is still not out of the COVID effect or the financial distress what they've gone through. So that is affecting the two-wheeler sales a lot.
Two-wheeler sales, as we have always reported, is majorly the cusp of the rural India's growth and workforce. Any particular reason that you have mentioned as of now, due to COVID, due to lack of demand, or probably youth or the middle class not going out of their homes, is that the reason for slump two-wheeler sales, sir?
So I feel this is the summary of what we can analyze and tell you. But I feel overall the issue of the economy levels, or the distress level which has come in the lower strata of Indian people, that is really hurting the entry level sales. So it is hurting entry level two-wheeler also, entry level cars also. But cars, it is not evident, because the upgrade to compact SUV is major, and the demand shortage is still there, so it is not very evident. Maybe once the production is back, then the entry level distress will be come in open. But the entry level two-wheeler distress is very, very it's clear that the ground reality of the economy, or you can say the bulk of India where they live, they are not in a right situation. Or even if they have some savings and the desire to buy a vehicle, still they are holding on to their money because of the uncertainties in future. Again, the COVID spike coming in, not very clear on will the job issue again crop up, which happened 2 years back. So all these risk, and they are forcing them to save the money and not spend it. So a lot of issues, work from home, school from home, all are there. But I feel somewhere the intention of purchasing a vehicle for the entry level, the lower level people, is, as of now, it is there, but it is delayed.
Being delayed for some reasons. Yeah. Correct, sir. So one very interesting question I have is about three-wheelers and commercial vehicles. Three-wheelers and commercial vehicles are seeing a hike. Do you think it's because commercial activity, people's transportation and logistic travel has increased substantially?
So on the three-wheeler front, the growth is basically driven by the electric vehicles. If you see now, 44-45% of three-wheeler registered as electric vehicle. So what benefit is that electric vehicle normally doesn't require the issue of fitness and permits, what the government have restricted. So it's more easy. Second, the self-employment what the electric three-wheeler creates is also major, what is helping the economy overall. So that is what the sale is supporting. And the way things are moving, when government says 50% of buses to be used, and all those restrictions when happen. So these are the small players who help people move around. So that is where the sale benefit we are seeing. On the CV front, yes, it's a clear indication of economy. It's a mixed, but it's a mixed message. On one side, we are saying two-wheeler is not doing good and CV is doing good. So CV is more affected by the major infrastructure push from the government or the manufacturing. When manufacturing comes back to a good growth, the requirement of road trucks are needed, freight is needed. So on that segment, things are improving. But we should also take this consideration that the last year base of commercial vehicle was not that strong. So, but still, the growth is really great. So some 64% in MCV and heavy is 42. That's a good growth, even at a low base. Correct. So happy to see that at least the infrastructure industry is going on. If the bigger economy improves, so maybe sometime it will affect micro and all those economy level also, and will give some benefit to overall industry.
Correct, sir. So my last question to you would be, how has the waiting time for passenger vehicles improved with respect to the semiconductor shortage? Do you think, because we understand that due to the variant, the interaction between the dealers and the customers have substantially reduced on ground, but the delivery of vehicles, do you feel is the time is cutting down now?
So December we had seen in some manufacturers' case the production has improved. So like Tata has done wonders, even Toyota has done wonders. Mahindra was similar to what last year was. The other players also have done good. But there are others also, Hyundai, Kia, who couldn't do. So overall, the supply has a bit eased, but not eased to a level where the effect could have come on the waiting period. So with the ease of some manufacturers, some models have eased. So companies have shifted to those vehicles where the semiconductors are required less to have a bigger number of vehicles. So overall, no doubt, the waiting period has eased off, but not in all models. In some models, that has eased off, and so hopefully, January, if it goes well, so customer will be able to get their vehicle more faster than before. But as of now, the models which were already short supplied and at the highest waiting period, which was 6 months and more, they are running on similar type of situation. But others have improved, and let's hope it does so.
Sir, but what if the variant touchwood becomes more aggressive and the buying gets delayed? So, are you anticipating a further loss to the industry in times to come if the Omicron variant is as per what it is today?
See, if I talk on the car industry, the order book is huge. So loss to industry won't be there, but yes, the customers who have booked the vehicle, and if this variant starts showing the effect, the hospitalization, the fatality rate goes as similar as what we have seen in 2021. No doubt it will affect. It's not easy. See, the vehicle purchase is a happy decision. The
Correct.
overall family has to have a positive sentiment to go out and buy a vehicle. It's a very important thing for a family. So if there is something which is not doing good, a job loss, a family member under hospitalization, or a loss, I feel then it affects. So overall, if this variant affects same this or whatever variant, there are a lot of variants now coming in. So if it's similar type of hospitalization goes ahead, then obviously the retail will be a major issue going further.
Well, that's correct, sir. We really hope that the industry really gears up itself and the semiconductor shortage reduces, and of course the variant proves to be less fatal. Well, thank you, Mr. Gulati, for joining us on Business Today Television. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chetan. Thank you very much. Thanks for your wishes also. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.